and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. And this time I'm coming to you live from my studio. I'm so excited about it. Thanks to Witty Media. Yeah, my husband, I'm just really happy. Okay, all right. So, my name is Anietie Bature, and on this channel, we bring you valuable tips to help you make better decisions in your relationships and in your life as a whole. So the last time we talked about when will you get married, right? That was what we were just going through, and we got a lot of feedback. So we talked about maturity in different aspects, that will help you know that you are ready. A couple of things that you need to consider when determining what age you get married and all of that. And the major feedback that we got was financial maturity. A lot of people said this is the main showstopper. That yes, you can handle the others or manage a few other things, but if you don't have money, you can't do anything. So today we are talking about earn money, marry early, because there just has to be a way. And if you tell yourself there's no way, now you have just begun to limit yourself by that way of thinking or believing whatever you're believing. Okay, anyway. So, what is financial maturity all about? I'll just give you my simple definition. And that's this, right? If you're financially mature, it means that you have money or you have a means of earning money, right? So, you know how to earn money and you know how to manage what you have earned, right? So it's one thing for you to have money. So for instance, let's say someone could be kind to you and lend you and give you money, like take 50,000 or 100,000. Does that mean you're financially mature? Nope, because things will come up and you will spend. And if you don't know how to earn, right, or how to manage what you have, then you will get back to ground zero where you do not have the means to take care of your needs. Okay, so the next is know how to earn. How are you going to earn? There are different ways that you can earn, and you have to have one, at least one. I'm sure you have heard over and over that you need to have multiple streams of income. So some people say have two, and some people say have three. In fact, some say have four. In fact, some say just have as many as possible, because it reduces your risk and all of that. Okay, so you need to have different ways of earning money and then be able to manage what you earn. How do you make the most of what you have? How do you accomplish your desires and your dreams with what you have? So managing is it includes being able to work with what you have, right, and being able to grow what you have. So let's talk about working with what you have. So let's say a guy wants to propose to a lady. Yes, the trend now is that everybody gathers. I don't know why that has to happen. Everybody gathers. And then sometimes you decorate the venue where you are going to propose to the lady. And then you will get a cameraman. And then, they'll do coverage and so on and so forth. And in some cases, you have music playing in the background. Or in fact, you go and pay for someone to do live instrumentation, while this whole thing is going on. And then people are gathering like, oh, this is so beautiful. And at the end, do you know at the end of that whole drama, what we're looking for is yes. Yes, so. So now the thing is, if you need to spend so much money to hear the yes, if somebody wants to marry you, they want to marry you, regardless of the venue that you ask them the question. If they have decided to marry you, the answer will still be yes, right? So imagine this lady absolutely loves you, and then you decide to ask her out when you're in the bus traveling from Abuja to Lagos, like my husband did. Ask her to marry you in the bus. In fact, the way he asked me to marry him, I didn't even realize that it was a proposal until when I got home.
Suspense.
We'll talk about that some other time. But hey, he found a way to ask me to marry him without spending money. The fact is, you can work with what you have. You don't have to spend so much money to get a yes. The important thing is ask the question. Let the person understand you're asking a question, and let them be able to give you the answer. If everything else checks out, right, and she has already made up her mind concerning you, what you do at the venue, it shouldn't change the answer, okay? So work with what you have. You don't have to make it big. You don't have to try to do what everybody else is doing. You don't even have to have other people present. It could just be the two of you, okay? The important thing is getting the yes. So that's just one instance of how you work with what you have. Rather than try to do what everyone else is doing, just do what is needed for you to get the results that you want, okay? And the same thing happens when you're talking about getting married. Some people want to make it big. Some people want to have the pictures on social media, not just on their personal profile or their friends profiles. They want it on maybe Linda Ikeji or Bella Naija and all the other places. And you know that comes at a cost. Do you have to do that? Right? If you don't do it, doesn't mean that you are not married. No. Okay. All right. So what can you do? So some people say, okay, yeah, there's the fact about this is what needs to be done, and there's the other part of this is how we're going to do what needs to be done. So when you're considering your resources, you need to look at the different options or alternatives that you have to be able to do what needs to be done, right? With what you have. So what are those ways? So you ask how, ask how. Now someone say, well, it doesn't matter how. Even if you say I should go for the least option, I still will not have enough money to cover it. So the question is, how do you get money? How do you get money? Now most people say, I need a job. I need a job. I don't have a job. So you've gone to school like you were told to. Maybe you've even graduated with a first class or a 2-1 like you were told to try to achieve, and at the end of the day you still don't have a job. I need you to know that people who are experiencing that, but does that mean that their life will not happen, their lives will not go on, they won't realize their dreams and so on? No. We have to be able to move beyond that ideology of if I don't have a job, I can't have a life, because there are other ways. Having a job was the norm, but that is changing. And I'm sure you know a friend, a neighbor, a colleague, somebody from somewhere, right, who doesn't have a job but is doing well because they have found other ways to earn money. So what are those other ways? What do you need? Right? So someone says, oh, I married my husband because he had potential. He didn't really have money, but he had potential. What do you think defined the potential? What did she see or what did he see that made them go with someone who didn't have so much money in the bank, right? What was it? How do you define that potential? Okay, I'll summarize it in 2 words. Number 1, skills. Number 2, knowledge. So when you come to skills, look at it. What do I know how to do? Everybody knows how to do something. There's something that you know how to do better than most people. So you can't say, I don't have any skill. Skill doesn't have to be acquired in a school. Skill can be acquired just from life, living life, right? Growing up, you've learned something, you know how to do something. It's a skill you have. It's not only what you have learned in the 4 walls of a classroom. So what skills do you have? That's part 1. Part 2, what do you know? Knowledge, right? What do you know? What do you know much more than other people? It may be knowledge about a certain thing, knowledge about a certain aspect, or knowledge about a certain product. And in fact, when it comes to knowledge, there's no limit. It doesn't have to be something that you already have. You can decide, I am going to grow my knowledge in this particular aspect or in this particular subject because that's becoming important or relevant now. And then you get the knowledge and you are able to offer it, right? So now when you have the skills or knowledge, put those together, right? And how do you convert that to earnings? You need to be able to offer it as products or as services to people to solve, bottom line, solve people's problem. Look for how you use what you know or what you have to solve people's problem. So I know how to bake cakes. People's birthdays are coming up. Can I bake your cake? Can I bake your daughter's cake? Can I bake? Can I do something that you just put in your fridge and you're happy with, you have a snack anytime you open the fridge, right? That's something that you can do. So how do you take the skills and convert it to look for problems that you can solve? The knowledge, you can use it in solving people's problems. People want to do something, they don't know how to go about it, but you know how to. You can offer that as a service. You can come up with ideas to solve people's problems. Now, sometimes I really get sad when I hear about people that have finished school, they have this fantastic degree, right? And then they come out, sometimes in the same house, you have 2 graduates, 3 graduates, and they're just sitting down, eating their parents' food because they still have that support, right? And the parent is the one going around asking, please, can you find a job for my son? Please, I have 2 graduates at home. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen. Please, the graduates sit together. What do you know? Put all of this together. What can we do? And you don't need to start big. You can start small. Facebook makes it easy. You can just have a Facebook business page, right? And start from there. You don't have to pay. Just start from there. Put up what you can do. We can help with this. We can provide this service and grow from there. You don't have to wait for someone to give you a job, right? And now, what's better? You have network marketing. And there's so many good companies all over the place. The thing about network marketing is that the platform is already there. You don't have to come up with the product. You don't have to look for someone to manufacture it for you. You don't have to do all the large investments to start off the business. No, you just find a good company that you like their products, you like the services they offer, right? And you leverage their platform, become a partner, pay whatever the startup is, depending on which company it is. There's so many of them in Nigeria, right? I support, or I'm a partner with Longreach. I know there are others out there like Nolan, yeah, there's Sky Mall, yeah, there's or is it Chai Mall or something, and there is Super Lights, yeah, there are others. Just find one. So the interesting thing is that some people, right, will say, I don't have money to start, that's why I can't join, and so on, right? But the fact is, you were able to ask somebody for money 2 weeks ago, and then last week you asked your aunt, and then this week you intend to ask your cousin for an urgent 2k, as my husband will put it, and then next week you will ask another person for. Why don't you just do one major ask, right? And tell someone, I am not going to come back to bother you. In fact, this is the part that is a little bit upsetting, when people find one person that helps them. Someone helped you one time, and you now want to turn the person to your ATM machine or something. You just keep going back to the same person. Hey, they have their own issues, they have their own lives, and possibly you're not the only person they are supporting. Do you understand? So rather than keep going back, just go and meet someone and say, okay, can you help me this one time? I want to start a business. And you get that money, and then you go and start a business. Start that network marketing business. They're there. That's the simplest way. Find one, right? And when you get on that platform, work hard at it. Put in the time, put in the effort. The way other people wake up in the morning and go to the office from 8 o'clock and close at 4 o'clock. You can decide, I'm going to pay this much attention to my network marketing business. Imagine how you will grow in that system. Imagine how much money you will earn, and then you will be able to help others. So there's a way. There's no excuse right now. There's no excuse. You can't go and tell anybody, I lost my job, or I don't have a job, and I've done everything, but nobody wants to employ me. They keep interviewing me and telling me I'll get back to you, and they never get back. No. That's not an excuse anymore. Go and join a network marketing company. If you don't want to do network marketing, sit down and write your list of all the things that you know, right? And of all the skills that you have. Do some deep thinking and think of how you can use your skills and your knowledge to provide services or goods to people so that you can earn money. So please, my brothers and my sisters, stop making money so powerful. Stop giving money so much power over you that it stops your dreams, it stops your ambitions, it stops your desires because you don't have it. There are ways for you to get money, and I've just shared some of those with you. So do your part, to come up with how you're going to go forward. Do your part to seek out some network marketing companies. Do your part to decide how you're going to get this money. Stop waiting for a job, because you may not get one. You know what's happening now? So many people are losing jobs. So what are the odds that you will get one? Some people will still get jobs during this period, but what if you don't? Are you going to just keep waiting? There's a solution. Please do something. Just get up. No more excuses. So that's it for today. Earn money, marry early. Money is no longer an excuse. Having a job is no longer an excuse. And I pray that as you put your mind to work and you sit down and try to find your way forward, that God will help you, right? And that God will give you grace and favor, and that He will help you to do an excellent job, so that your clients will keep coming back, and so that your business and your endeavors will grow and your income will increase, and you'll be able to go ahead and live your dreams. So, just in case you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to do so. Just press that button, so every time we put up a new post, you will be notified. And we love to hear from you. So if you like this video, you've learned one or two things, you want to share your own perspective on this money matter, please leave a comment and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much. Bye. And remember, common sense is not so common. Bye.
Next week on Common Sense for Relationships, we will be talking you, your relationship, and your ex. So subscribe so you don't miss a thing.